Hey, welcome. So today we're going to take a few minutes to break down a really simple, but honestly, super profound idea. It's about two totally different ways of looking at the world, and it's all wrapped up in this simple metaphor of a cup. So, this quote, this is our entire source material for today. That's it. But it packs a punch, right? It sets up this huge contrast, this kind of puzzle about people. And what we're going to do is unpack it together, piece by piece, and really try to understand the two worlds it's describing. All right, let's dive in. We'll start with that first perspective, the world seen through the eyes of the I in the quote. The action itself is so simple. It's something we all do, probably 100 times a day without even thinking about it. We look at someone else, we notice their situation, how they're doing, but as you're about to see, it's the reason behind that look that changes literally everything. This is the pivot point. The motivation behind that glance is what defines this entire worldview. So what's the why? Why are they looking? And there it is. The motivation isn't about me, myself, and I. It's an outward look. It's a concern for someone else's well-being. The whole question is just, hey, are you okay? Do you have what you need? This isn't just about a random nice thought. It's a whole worldview. It's a perspective that's built on a foundation of empathy, on the idea that, hey, we're all kind of connected and my well-being is actually tied to yours. And what's really fascinating here is that this empathy-driven mindset, well, it can only really come from a place where you believe in abundance. It's this core belief that there is enough to go around for everybody. And when you believe that, you're free to support others and build a real community, which turns a simple glance into a genuine act of care. And here it is, you can see the two worlds, just laid out side by side. The exact same act, looking into a cup, leads to two completely different results. One builds connection, the other, well, it builds a leaderboard. It's a pretty powerful way to show how our internal mindset totally shapes our external reality. So let's flip the coin. Let's look at that other side of the equation and see how it builds a completely different kind of world. Okay, so notice the action is identical, a look, an observation. On the surface, you'd never be able to tell the difference between this look and the first one. But underneath, the engine is running on some very different fuel. So again, we have to ask the same question. What's the why this time? What is the whole point of this person's gaze? And there's the switch. It's profound. The focus just snaps away from the other person's well-being and right back to a measurement of the self against them. It's not about enough anymore. Now it's about more than. It takes a moment that could have been a connection and turns it into a competition. We can call this a competition-driven worldview. In this world, your value isn't a fixed thing. It's all relative. Your worth is basically determined by your rank. It's like your whole life is being graded on a curve. This whole way of thinking is fueled by a powerful underlying belief in scarcity. It sees the world not as this abundant place, but like a single pizza. If your slice gets bigger, well, mine has to get smaller. It's a zero-sum game. For me to win, you have to lose. And that, of course, just creates a world of constant competition and envy. So here's the crucial part. The quote doesn't just lay these two mindsets out there as, equal options. It delivers a really powerful, final judgment. This isn't about having a good day versus a bad day. What the quote is suggesting is that these are two fundamentally different ways of even processing reality. It's like two different operating systems for being a person. One is coded for community, and the other one is coded for competition. And that last line, it's just so blunt. It's a declaration. It draws this hard line in the sand. It's basically saying that the gap between these two ways of seeing the world is so huge that the people who hold them are, in a really fundamental way, just not the same. And that kind of leaves us with a big question to think about for ourselves. When you find yourself looking into someone else's cup, at their job, their relationship, their life, what are you really looking for? Are you checking to see if they have enough? Or are you checking to see if you have more? The answer, well, it might just tell you which world you're really living in.